Alright, everybody, let's do this one last time. My name is Julian Green, and for about a year and a half, I was the one and only Green Road. I think you know the rest. I got engaged, then got married, I got a new job, quit my old job at Disneyland, had a kid.
I grew a beard, I cut it off, I grew it back, and then I got some lights, I got a new camera, I got a microphone, and then I got serious about making YouTube videos for you guys because I loved you so much and I miss doing it that much. Guys, I am back. I am excited about making videos for you. This is amazing. You guys heard the montage. I got married and I had a kid. So I had a lot of responsibility thrusted upon my shoulders. These not broad, but kind of, okay shoulders. Okay, it's a lot of responsibility on these things here. And, newsflash, raising a kid is really freaking hard. So all my time has been devoted to that. But now that I feel like I got some type of bearing on the parent game, I feel like now I have a little bit of time to make videos for you guys because you guys have been asking me to do it and I've been wanting to do it for a long time. And just in case you didn't know what that whole montage thing was about, Into the Spider-Verse, honestly, I probably should have saved that for the Into the Spider-Verse review that is overdue, but hey, when you come back and you need a reintroduction, that's the only way to do it. So if you guys want me to review that, I'm happy to do it for you. But for now, we are going to be reviewing Captain Marvel because I just saw it the other day and I got some thoughts. Alright, so Captain Marvel is the 21st film in the MCU. It is the film that is going to lead directly into Avengers Endgame. And if you guys have seen Avengers Infinity War, no spoilers, but that movie left us in a very dark place, okay? And now we are counting on Captain Marvel to save everything and be the key that defeats Thanos. But before that, we have to learn about her origin story in 1995. So the story of Captain Marvel follows a Kree warrior hero who doesn't have any memory of what she was, who she was, where she's from, and she has to go to Earth in 1995 to pretty much uncover the mystery of her missing past. Now, let's talk about the good, shall we? See, the first thing I really liked about Captain Marvel is that there's a lot of enjoyment to be had with the 1995 setting. Now, there's some bad in that, but we'll get to that later. We're talking about the good. See, the thing that's really enjoyable about the 95 setting is that you'll get a nice little chuckle over the things that you'll see. There's a Blockbuster here. There's a Radio Shack there. There's a song on the radio that you may or may not know. I know a lot because I grew up in the 90s, so I knew quite a ton of them. It was really good to kind of just be transported back to that time because there is always the 80s movies. We need more 90s nostalgia movies as well, I think anyway. As far as performances go, one of the most standout performances in the movie is Samuel Jackson's. I wouldn't say a standout because we all know who Sam Jackson is and who his character is, but Sam Jackson is playing a younger version of Nick Fury. Now, this is a less cynical version than we're used to seeing him. This is before he was the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., so he's a lot more optimistic about a lot of things when he meets Carol. He shows another side of Nick Fury that we're not used to seeing, and I feel like if you've been playing a character for 5, 6 movies and you're still able to inject something new, that says something in and of itself, okay? Samuel Jackson does a really good job playing this role. And speaking of younger, this de-aging technology is the shit. It's amazing, okay? I believe, I'm not joking. I truly believe that they took Samuel Jackson out of Pulp Fiction, shaved his head, plucked him out of that, put him in the modern day, and he acted in this movie because he really does look like a 20 years younger Nick Fury, which is insane. It's crazy that the things they're able to do with this technology, and the best thing about it is it's not noticeable. The only thing that you notice is that he's younger, and it's because, you're not used to seeing him like that. So I really like that they were able to not make it look too jarring and too herky-jerky like a little Star Wars movie. Another one of the standout characters is Lashana Lynch as Maria Lambeau. She plays Carol Danvers' best friend from the past. And honestly, Brie Larson has really great chemistry with Lashana Lynch. Every time those two are on screen together, I really feel that they have a sisterhood, a bond that cannot be broken no matter how much of her memories get taken away or whatever. So it really made me want to see more of that relationship in the past, and it gets me excited to see what they go through in the future. I think the biggest surprise in this movie is Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, the leading Skrull. Now, The Skrull, he's probably one of the best, not the best villains in the MCU, but Marvel's proven that they're on a track record when it comes to their villains, okay? He starts off as a typical Ben Mendelsohn, like smarmy, slimy villain, but he kind of evolves into so much more with a lot of pathos and a lot of like things you can relate to and commentary on about where you're from and like, you know, your family, and it's just a bunch of stuff going on with that character that I really like, and I'm really surprised they did it, seeing as like Skrulls are usually just seen as the bad guys in those movies. So good job, Ben. Good job. Now that we got the good out the way, let's talk about some of the things I didn't really like about the movie. One of the first things I didn't like about the movie, and it pains me to say, it's Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Now, I'm not going to say she was miscast. I just feel like her being a great actress that she was not able to take the material that was given to her, the writing, the story, and she wasn't able to turn it into anything particularly memorable character-wise. Yeah, she said some quips. Yeah, she gets a little like cocky and she has all those traits down, but she pulls it off with such like a wooden blank stare that it's really hard to really like get invested in her character. I never really got a sense of how she ticked, why she was doing this, why she is tortured because she doesn't know what she is. It just seemed like she was just following the plan that was laid out for her. It really felt like to me that the writers and directors did not see a movie, an MCU movie before this one, so they were just kind of like doing their own thing, which is admirable, but there is like some continuity issues that is going on. They just kind of saw other heroes and tried to base Captain Marvel off of that, so she doesn't come off as original. She kind of just comes off this cookie cutter line, which is a shame, a really big shame, because when it comes to origin stories, this is actually one of the more ambitious way to tell an origin story. Some characters, like Annette Bening's character, really didn't work for me. She was just kind of like, she really felt out of place. Like I didn't really like attach myself to her. I didn't really like her. Every time she was on screen, I didn't really care. And it was just a lot going on with her character that just made me not really want to get invested as a whole. The 95 setting, I said before that there's fun to be had for sure, but I feel like in the 90s setting, they were really trying to beat you over the head with so many different 90s references. Like, yes, I see the Blockbuster, I see the Radio Shack, I see the dial-up computer screens, I see the music where every time you get introduced to somebody, a new 90s song is playing or something like that. And one of the 90s songs, like it's really on the nose for an action scene. And not only is it on the nose, like it just felt like they were trying to copy Guardians of the Galaxy, but not in a fun, successful way. This movie doesn't have a consistent tone. It's kind of like all over the place. It doesn't know if it wants to be a comedy. It doesn't know if it wants to be a sci-fi. It doesn't know if it wants to be a drama. And because it's fighting all those different things, you do not know which one to like really invest yourself in, which sucks. But hey, it is what it is. Overall, I'm going to say that this movie is a 7 out of 10. It's fine. It's not the best movie. It's not the worst. And it certainly isn't the worst in the MCU. It just seems like Marvel is beyond this point now where they can churn out a phase 1 film all the way in phase 3, and especially before Endgame. I feel like there was a lot they were holding back with the character of Captain Marvel, at least until she shows up in Endgame. So hopefully we get a more fleshed out character who's able to kind of like trade barbs with the likes of Tony Stark, Captain America, and all those guys who've been doing this for the better part of like 11 years now. Hey, that's just my opinion, guys. If you think Captain Marvel is the best MCU film or if you think it's the worst, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you smash that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. And if you guys have any more requests for me, I'm happy to be back and I'm happy to be making videos for you guys. So send me those requests, and just remember, I'm a dude in this room talking to a camera. Love you, and I'm